All right. It says that we are officially live now.
Hi,
So,
everyone.
hello. Yes, with me today I got the uninspired reviewer. So, I got
Hey,
some good company here. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. It's officially 6 a.m. where I am here in Japan. What
damn.
time is it for you, uninspired
It,
reviewer?
it is 11 p.m. where I am in France.
Oh, 11 p.m. in France. All right. Well, there we go. It's we're we're definitely spanning the world here this time.
Oh, for
Oh my
real?
goodness.
Jesus.
All right, well let's get the official opening going here. So we got the official countdown.
All
Why not?
right.
All right, here we go.
10.
Plan 9.
8.
7. 6 shots.
5.
Quattro.
We are the three. Amigos. Two more mother humpers.
One ring to rule them all.
Let's rock!
All right, so we are officially started.
Yeah,
And
let's rock.
let's rock. Yes, you know what? Those clips, I obviously they're on my channel. I never get tired of those clips.
Dude, I love them. I think that they're fantastic. Dude, Vasquez in Aliens is just so badass.
And one of the greatest characters of all time, if you ask me.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Oh, and we got White Bear here with us today. All right, White Bear 2. All
Yo,
right.
lady.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yes. Let's rock it. Darn right.
Yeah.
I'm hip with the kids. Let's rock it and do some tubular stuff.
Yeah, dude, totally tubular, man.
Uh,
Yeah.
this is do the kids still say rad? This is rad.
I don't know, dude. I've never heard anyone say rad like anyone my age or younger. I don't even think they know the expression, to be honest with you.
Well, maybe just by chance if they're talking about the radiator. Is rad okay?
Be like, hey, man, check out my rad. It's broken. All right, cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty neat. Oh, and we got the Gourd King here too. Yes. It's coming. It's heading right for us.
Hello,
Oh, you're talking about the car in front of me. Oh my God, I'm driving. No. All right, great to have you here today, Gourd King. Of course, he guested with me with Dante's Peak
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. Man, that was like 6 weeks ago now. Time flies, and
Now
it's
that
kind of
you've
funny.
done, now that you've done Dante's Peak, you have to do Volcano.
Well, actually, we did Volcano in the same
Oh my
episode.
god.
We always do. I always do a good movie and a bad movie. And Volcano. Well, you can guess which one that was. Yeah. So it's but it's kind of funny because like like going into Twister, I'm like, man, there's so many similarities between Twister and Dante's Peak, and it dawned on me. I'm like, Twister is like literally if you put Contact and Dante's Peak in a blender, and you got Twister.
Dude, that's like that you have to quote this like Contact and Dante's Peak in a blender equals Twister. Done.
Yes. Thank you, blue collar loser. Thank you so much. One of these days, I hope to get monetized, and I'd be so grateful. I would be eternally humble if you were my first super chat. Thank you very much.
Hey, hopefully, man. Hopefully. Hey, Chris,
Yeah,
how
one
you
of these
doing,
days.
man?
Thank you very much. Just like, share, subscribe. Oh, you're probably already subscribed. I think so.
Blue
And
collar,
just yeah,
subscribe. I know. So, dude, subscribe. Do it, man. Subscribe 3 times if you can, blue collar.
yeah. But of course, most important, have fun though. Just have fun. Enjoy these. I'm just happy people are enjoying these streams and the content as well. I don't wait. I don't like the word content because streamers use that. And my creative endeavors.
Yeah.
So it's weird to play. And we also got William Shake Spielberg. Hey, happy Saturday. That's right. It's happy Saturday to you guys.
Yep.
I guess in
Happy
France
Saturday.
still Saturday, but here in Japan it's
Sunday morning.
It's Sunday morning. Yeah, it's Sunday morning, and I'm at my church. It's my car online talking about movies. So, yes, I should note that I am in my car, because I
Listen,
don't want to wake up the family.
there's never a bad time to stream Twister, man, even in your car.
Well, exactly. Yes, and you know what? I think that should get us going into our word of the day. So I always do the Japanese word of the day. So let's laugh and learn. All right, here we go. Yes, so today's Japanese word of the day is saigai. All right, say it with me,
Saigai.
everyone. There we go. Thank you, as hard reviewer. Saigai,
Saigai.
which is disaster. Oh my god, so intense. That's a
I'll
fun
use
concept,
that.
right? The first one, honestly.
I'll
So,
use that one. Whenever something's coming, I'll just say Saigai. But like, what the
Saigai,
fuck is
man,
that?
this is
Run.
totally Saigai. There we go. There's our new cool slang for the kids. Dude, that is so Saigai.
That's fantastic.
Saigai Will Robinson. Saigai Will Robinson. Saigai Will Robinson. Oh my god, I love it. And if you know that reference, we can be friends. Yeah. So the good old disaster, the good old Saigai genre, the 90s Saigai genre of films. One of my personal favorites, because of course today we are talking about Twister, released in 1996. So first, uninspired viewer, I just want to ask, what is your history with Twister?
All right. Well, I've always been a big fan of tornadoes in general. Well, disaster movies in general. I used to have, those bootleg, let's say 4 movies or 16 movies in one DVD. You know those bootlegs. I used to have
Man, those great packs that like grandpas
yeah,
would buy.
yeah, exactly. I had like 2 of those that were only filled with disaster movies. And so my dad is also a huge fan of disaster movies. So we would just watch them together back to back to back growing up. A lot of Roland Emmerich, a lot of, Volcano, Dante's
Yeah.
Peak, anything that's like natural disaster. We would watch it. And so one that my dad always really liked was Twister. And so I kind of watched it when I was a kid, when I was about, I think, 6 years old. And then it
Now,
just
would this fit in like when it soon after it came out, or like maybe in the 2000s? Would you say?
oh no, so I was born in 2002, so I probably watched this
Oh, it
around
must be in the 2000s. Never mind. All right.
yeah, I was born in 2002, so this was probably I saw this probably in like 2007 or 8, I would think.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like Twister. I always liked it, and it just grew my fascination for tornadoes a lot. And I really still appreciate Twister because it's one of the only movies, well, tornado movies, that's high budget and actually entertaining.
Yeah.
The only other one that I can think of is called Into the Storm, and it came out in 2014, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's as good as a super chat. Oh, thank you there, Gordon King. Look at that. Woo! I love those IOUs. I'm gonna cash those in one day. It feels like Dumb and Dumber. You guys can just send me the slips of IOUs. Yeah.
Dude, Gord, you're dropping some big bucks, man.
Look, I know. Did you see 3 of them? Wow, Gord dropping the IOU bling. That gets the ladies hot, I tell you, when you're handing out IOUs.
But yeah, that's my experience with Twister, and I'm very, very hyped for Twisters. Just because, as I said before, man, I'm an absolute maniac when it comes to tornado stuff. And just to see a high budget movie with multiple tornadoes, even if the movie is trash, I'm still gonna watch it and enjoy it for sure. 100%. Yeah, dude. Like, I just love seeing tornadoes on screen, man.
It is fun. Now I'm born a little earlier than you in 1985, so I was right in the hype of that like disaster genre time, right? So like every disaster movie that came out, I had to go see it in the theater. Of course, I saw Dante's Peak in the theater. I saw Independence Day in the theater, and I saw Twister in the theater because not only do I love disaster movies, but I'm also like a super weather nerd. Like I'm not even sure I should
Ooh.
like say this, but like I'm so obsessed with weather that I used to, and this is back in like the mid '90s dial-up internet days. There was these weather websites called like Weather Underground and stuff, and I
Mhm.
would painstakingly research past weather, like the highs and low temperatures and the weather conditions for like cities in Canada and around the world, one day at a time, and then calculate the averages and do all sorts of weird stuff like that.
Damn.
I was so obsessed with weather, and I'm like, holy shit, disaster movies and weather. I love like tornadoes. So saw it. Weather Underground. White Bear 2 knows Weather Underground. I can't believe that. Pretty cool site. Yes, thank you. And this was like mid '90s Weather Underground, so it was awesome mid '90s website. And
Oh, dude! Like, so you're basically the real life Bill Paxton of this, from
pretty
Twister.
much, yeah. I was just obsessed with weather phenomena, and so yeah, so I absolutely enjoyed it so much. I saw it in the theater, I think twice, and then of
You're
course
so
after that
lucky.
got the VHS, and of course after that got the DVD. But then actually, I'd say until yesterday, I hadn't watched it for maybe a good. Oh, let's see. Well, time goes by so fast. For a good, I want to say like since like 2010, for like a good 14 years, I hadn't watched it
Wow.
since. So then I rewatched it again, and it was like a warm hug from a good old friend. But of course, also I got my critical eye on it. I'm like, I'm spotting some flaws here. You know,
Dude, like the
wait
last
a
time
minute.
I watched it was, I think I watched it 2 years ago, pretty much. Yeah, Sushi Paxton for the win.
Psy guy, that's Psy guy, White Bear too. There we go. Call back. So yeah, and it's kind of fun just to watch through it this time and to kind of pick out like the '90s tropes in it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go over basic plot. It's quite a simple plot.
Really simple.
It's tornado chasers chasing tornadoes, and they have a device that they want to release. It's a revolutionary censoring device, remote sensing device. Goes up the tornado, and then of course there's the and here let's go through the tropes. First one is there is the estranged main characters. Yes,
Mhm.
Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt, they are estranged husband and wife, and he's there to get the divorce papers signed. Dun dun dun.
And of course, the disaster brings them together. No,
The
the Psy
disaster
guy
brings them.
brings
The
them
Psy guy
together, ladies and
brings
gentlemen.
them exactly. Thank you, White Bear. Thank you. You're on it. Man,
Psy
it's good to
guy.
have viewers like White Bear too. So the Psy guy brings them together, and then of course we have the ragtag, quirky group of scientists, and this is very Dante's Peak. Was
Yep.
you got kind of like the guy that's like a loudmouth, goofy guy who was played by, oh my god, all right, I gotta bring up
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. That's right. Which is kind of bizarre because he's like an amazing actor, but he's a little over the top in this one. Yeah. Why not? Let's just bring up the cast list right now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So of course Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton, and then you got Philip Seymour Hoffman, and then you got like the rest of the group, which isn't as important, but they're all like got their little quirks and like they're super '90s, and it's so
Mhm.
goofy.
It's
And then you
crazy
got
because like not a lot of them are very memorable. Like for example, you have Alan Ruck, who's memorable. I think the big name actors like Alan Ruck, Philip Seymour Hoffman, those guys are memorable.
Yeah.
But then the other ones, you just see them in like 2 or 3 scenes, and you kind of forget about them throughout the movie.
pretty much the only guy that's like a little bit memorable besides Alan Ruck, which I always remember from Speed, is the tourist on the bus.
Yeah.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman, and we'll get into why I think he's in this movie too. The only other guy that's a little memorable is like the balding guy that gets hit in the head with like the hubcap. That's about the only guy that has like a little bit of character. The rest are just there like to spout off expository dialogue. Well, you see, when the tornado comes, it's going to move in this direction. Thank you, like group
It's like,
member
what direction
5.
is the
Now,
tornado going in? It's going in this way, this way, this way.
Yeah,
North by northeast, south by southwest. All right, cool. And we never see them again.
Early Hoffman felt like discount Jack Black, Chris Farley. Yes, I was actually thinking that.
Mhm.
It's kind of bizarre that he was almost kind of like going for like the fat fall down comedian guy.
Yep.
But then he became like although his role in The Big Lebowski is amazing. And also he was Boogie Nights. Like he had some really good ones in the 90s, early
Boogie Nights.
90s,
Yeah, we
early
actually
90s as
broke
well.
down Boogie Nights on my show last week. Yeah, we did it with the professional actress of the industry as well. So
Oh
that
my
was pretty
god, I
cool.
wish I gotta watch that one. Do you have her contact information?
Yeah, of course.
Does he need some extras?
Just in case, you know.
Just in case, never know.
You know, to me, Philip Seymour Hoffman in this one, he kind of felt like Jack Black from I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
Or I
Was it
want to
that
say
one?
he felt like
Yeah.
Jack Black from like Tropic Thunder. I'm watching his
true.
character. I'm like, there's no way that guy is not doing coke all the time when they're chasing
Oh,
those
dude,
tornadoes.
100%. You know, and plus it's Philip Seymour Hoffman, so you know.
Exactly. It's a little, was it the actor informing the performance there?
Mhm.
Yeah. Then we have the new lover from Jamie Gertz, and she is the 90s trope where she's got her flip phone and she's
Yep.
always on her cell phone. Oh, she's distant. How can she be talking on a cell phone when you're chasing tornadoes? Of course, now
Mhm.
everyone's on their phones. That trope's like, yeah, and kind of feeling.
That's true. Like right now, people see a tornado, they're probably gonna take out their phone.
Everyone's got their phone out now. Yeah, she was ahead of her time. That's the weatherman version of Pauly Shore. Oh man, White Bear too. He's cranking them out. Thank you, good sir. Yeah, and then my favorite trope in this movie, 90s trope, was Carrie Ellis as the as the bad guy.
Yeah,
And
the
it's so
bad
funny.
dude.
He's the rival group, and this was the lamest line in the movie. It's like, he went out and got himself some corporate sponsors. I'm like, oh no, how dare he get funding
like-
for his.
Dude, for real, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh no, he got funding? Okay, cool.
I know
Well, I guess, you know.
That kind of came off just more like jealousy than like anything else. It's like, well, don't you guys operate on funding? You get grants from somebody, right? Like,
It's
to
like,
do your
yeah, I
endeavors.
think so. Well, to me, it kind of seems like what they do is just out of their own pockets, which is why they
Yeah,
can't really
yeah.
get a new car. They're just like, yeah, no. Oh man, so you know, he doesn't do it
R.I.P.
for the
Philip Seymour
passion.
Hoffman.
Yep.
And I agree, William Shakespeare. R.I.P. That was a shame because he was an amazing talent. Like,
Yeah,
my
he was
God.
great.
Yeah. And Stupenzo, I'm getting to that. You read my mind.
Mhm.
Jamie Gertz over Helen Hunt. Yes. I'm watching that movie the whole time. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Dude,
Jamie
even-
Gertz
even
is like
today,
gorgeous
man.
and she's nice. And,
Even
yeah.
today, she looks incredible in comparison to Helen Hunt.
yeah, it's just she's so gorgeous. And the funny thing is, like, my favorite role of hers is she's the can't spare a square in Seinfeld.
Yeah, Seinfeld.
Yes, that's awesome. So in my mind, the Seinfeld universe and Twister, they're in the same universe. That's the same woman in my mind.
Yeah, she just traveled. That was pretty much it.
Yeah. She left New York after dating Jerry. It's funny how you could promote this movie today as starring Academy Award winner Helen Hunt and Academy Award winner Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yes. Well, this movie was itself nominated for 2 awards. Didn't win, but it was nominated for Best Special Effects.
Yeah,
And I believe it was nominated for like something else, maybe like cinematography or maybe editing, like one of the another technical one. It wasn't acting. Don't worry, it wasn't acting.
But
Was
dude,
it
I
best
think
supporting?
special effects, man, they did it well. They pretty much I think they pretty much reinvented what it was like wind special effects and stuff like that for this movie.
The special effects for 1996 are pretty darn good, actually. Of course, we can pick them apart now. Although there is one terrible shot, and we're going to watch it right now, okay? And it happens to be the opening shot. Like, look at that Earth. That is so awful. The
It
absolute
looks
zero
so
texture.
bad, man.
I know, isn't that awful? So don't worry. I fixed it. So here's the same shot again. All right, and I fixed it this time. All right. All right, there we are. It's the same shot, same awful effect of the satellite. Same Earth that has absolutely no features. All right.
It's like
Time
a
to
flat
fix
piece of
this bitch up.
cardboard.
You know what this is? Here we go.
So they conked him on the noggin and they shot him into space.
He's going to the satellite of love.
Dude, it really does just look like a piece of cardboard that they superposed. You know, like the old Disney animation techniques where they just had the layers and layers, and they put the camera through. It looks exactly like that.
It looks like a cartoon. It's amazing that part. Yeah, that's right, White Bear. That was Mystery Science Theater 3000. Going to the satellite of love. Yeah, and we got Stupenzo here too. How you doing, Stupenzo?
Hey, Stupenzo.
Right. Awesome. All right. So that's my little contribution. And actually, we got a second word today. Are you guys ready for this? So we already did. What was the first one?
Saigai.
Saigai disaster. But today, of course, we're talking about a specific disaster. It is
Tatsumaki.
Tatsumaki tornado.
Yeah, dude, I know Tatsumaki means tornado from One Punch Man.
Well, I was gonna say there's got to be sushi rolls called Tatsumaki. Yeah, so, because maki like temaki is your hand roll, and that is the kanji for roll. But tatsu is dragon, so it's dragon roll, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, dragon roll.
Be careful those dragon rolls.
That's actually pretty badass.
There we go. All right, so nominated for sound and visual effects. So it was sound. All right, thank you, the Gourd King.
Man, I'm happy that they lost for sound, dude, because the sound was pretty funny in the movie.
Oh man, no, that's one of my big things was rewatching this. The sound, I'm like, oh my god, that's awful. The sound design.
They make like the twister like sound growling. Like growling.
Comes the tornado. Like, what is that? Is that man bear pig?
It's when it's when it just disappears, and then they're like, oh my god, where is it? Where did it go? And I'm like, is the sky just growling? What the hell is this?
Know. I'm just like, here comes the tornado, I guess. It's like they record this at the zoo.
They took Tatsumaki in the literal sense, man. They just tried to imitate a dragon. That was it.
It's true. Yeah, Tatsumaki, those are dragon roars. Yeah. Oh, hello there, Melvin Deeply.
Hey, Melvin.
The show. Hola to you. That is Spanish for hello. And I bet you guys didn't know that.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Oh my goodness, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Muy bueno. All right, so back to Twister. Oh my goodness, I always do this. I forget the official introduction. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just full of introductions. Yes, ladies and storms are coming! Hey, disasters and mid-90s CGI. Dr. Joanna Jo Thornton Harding, that's a mouthful, is on the verge of a scientific breakthrough. Her estranged soon-to-be ex-husband, William Harding, is there too, along with his new, much more attractive love interest, Dr. Melissa Reeves. Tornadoes! A storm brewing and... You know what? Enough of this. Classic fun action set pieces and some dated effects, and some charming performances uplifting one-dimensional characters. Enjoy! Yes, it's the age of Saigai. You're right, my bear.
Hell yeah!
The official introduction. I remember a decent time. I think like a couple weeks ago, I think I remembered it like at the end of the show. So I'm like, oh yeah, let's just introduce this. I took the time to make it, so we're gonna watch it, ladies and
We're
gentlemen.
gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, anyway, listen, that takes time, people. All right. So yeah, the basics. This is a case where like literally the Rotten Tomatoes and the user score is exactly where I expected them, because this is a 6 out of 10 film. This is exactly it. It's enjoyable. It's fun. I love it. And ladies and gentlemen, you can love a 6 out of 10 film, but you can also be wise enough to know that it's 6 out of 10 and not 10 out of 10.
That's like the best thing. Like people nowadays, they see a 6 out of 10 movie and they're like, no, it's objectively the best thing ever. It's like, no, dude, it's just a 6 out of 10. Relax, man.
All right. Spread Cinema, upon your next remix, lower the soundtrack on scroll. Yes, I will. That sounds like a good. Let's see. Music is 90% too loud. Oh my god, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'll lower the music for the next one. I am almost 40, so I think my hearing's going. Yeah, and what's interesting here is it was also like written by Michael Crichton.
Yeah,
so, of course, everyone knows him as the author of Jurassic Park and Congo and Sphere, a whole bunch of good
Timeline.
stuff. Yeah, so it's kind of funny that that's why I think this. Well, there is a lot of ludicrous science, because like just the fact I think in this movie they end up being inside, like literally hit by like 6 tornadoes. And I'm like, my god. Like storm chasers are lucky if they get up close to 6 tornadoes in their whole career. Essentially,
Yes.
these guys.
That's true,
had it.
especially how close they get to it as well. It's like they're
Yeah.
literally there in the what do you call the suck zone.
Yeah, they're in the suck zone. They're literally in the funnel, and it's like, and it happens to them 6 times in like 2 days. I'm like, my god, they got like tornado magnets in their pockets or something. Yeah, so it is a film. It's as realistic as you could make a disaster film about tornadoes, because it is tornado chasers chasing tornadoes, and they're trying to do a scientific experiment. So, like little air quotes, it's as realistic as you can get.
I mean, like technically, the Dorothy is real. It was actually a breakthrough. I don't know if you're familiar with like the history of storm chasing in general, but it's like it's crazy because storm chasing actually started as just people. They literally just told people, "Hey, you have some binoculars. There's a specific pattern in the sky that you have to know in case a tornado is coming, and you just have to like blow a whistle so that everyone gets a heads up." And the only reason why it was actually taken seriously was because during World War II, the American military was actually scared that their bases where they kept the like missiles and stuff would be devastated by a tornado.
Tornadoes. Yes, of course.
And it actually happened. Like one of the bases actually got struck by a tornado, and so that's literally the reason why they created the tornado weather service, because the military didn't want any of their stuff blown up.
Tipped over the latrines, I tell you. Who's cleaning that up?
Oh, dude, like the history of storm chasing is so interesting, and it's like and the Dorothy thing, it actually happened. I think it was in the 1970s. They had the exact same machine with the little balls inside, and that was their goal. And yeah, so it's like it's kind of based off of that. So it is as realistic as you could get. Very like air quotations over there.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's obviously fantastical that they encounter 6 tornadoes directly. Like that's just silly, but it's realistic in that they're doing like a kind of a real experiment, scientific endeavor. Although a couple of decades too late to be first time revolutionary. Yeah, and then what also is interesting, a budget, pretty big budget, 92 million, but I believe this made about 500 million in the worldwide box office by the end. So it was a financial success because the director was Jan de Bont.
Yes.
And he was largely a cinematographer, and he was on some big productions for like
Roar. He was the cinematographer on Roar.
Yes. And his directorial debut is another film I love, which was Speed.
Yeah.
So he directed Speed, and that's why I really think here we go. I'm so bad with names, but I'm good with faces. That's why I think Alan Ruck was in this as well, because he was obviously the guy on the bus on Speed. So I feel like they must have had like some friendship there. It's kind of good they didn't cast Keanu Reeves in this. That would have been interesting.
It would have been.
Whoa, those tornadoes are going to destroy the whole city.
It's like, whoa, we've got to get to the shelter, man.
They gotta have him like dressed like he's in the Matrix too, with like the black cape and stuff.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's gonna be running away from the tornado, dressed with the sunglasses and everything. It's like,
yeah.
yo,
with
it's
the
Joe,
with the devil
we
from
gotta get to
Constantine chasing him.
shelter.
Yeah. So, but unfortunately, so this guy had 2 hits in a row. It was Speed and this film, but then his turkeys started coming.
Yep.
Let's see here. So this is him here. So born in the Netherlands. So I wasn't Paul Verhoeven, isn't he from the Netherlands too? So
I'm not too sure. I think he's German.
Yeah, he's Dutch. He's Dutch, right? No, he's Dutch.
Oh,
yeah.
he is Dutch.
So there we go. We got some good company there. But then he started making some turkeys. Like Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Yeah.
The Haunting, which I also saw in the movie theater, which was like an all-star cast, but it was kind of
the
lame.
one with the Liam Neeson?
Yes, it is Liam Neeson. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, I've seen that one too.
Yeah, I was going there wanting to be scared, and I was like, "What? This is goofy as hell." Like, it was
yeah,
like,
dude, I was literally confused. I was like, "Oh hell no, what is this?"
It was literally like goofier than like Scary Movie. So if you want a good laugh, yeah.
It is crazy because the original Haunting from like the 1960s is actually scarier than it. You know.
Now listen, does this tornado swallow or spit? I'm not sure. It's either gonna.
Dude, it's gonna go from suck to blow.
Yes, suck to blow. Yes, suck to blow. Suck. Had to give up his girlfriend like that.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Why do you still have her number, man? You know,
She sounds lovely. Yeah. Talking about that, I still want to meet your guest the other night there on Inspired Reviewer. Remember in the neighborhood. So yeah, Twister. It's definitely got some interesting talent behind it. Bill Paxton's great, of course, is the lead. But Bill Paxton is just one of those people. He's just great in everything he touches. Right, like.
I agree. I think that he's just I think it's his charisma. He has such good charisma, but he still manages to blend into the role. You know, like I would say Tom Cruise has charisma, but Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise in every movie.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Tom Cruise is always Tom Cruise. We're like Bill Paxton, I can actually see him as different people. Like for example, like in Live, Die, Repeat. Like, my God, it's like the drill sergeant.
Yeah,
that's a completely different person than he is in this film, right? Or than like Hudson in Aliens, of course, another classic of his. I'd say the one where he's maybe a little Bill Paxton is, but I love it, is in, geez, come on, brain, Predator 2.
Yep.
I feel like Predator 2, that's like, feels like, I don't know why, that just feels like authentic Bill Paxton coming out in that role.
Dude, plus he's so good in Predator 2 as well, man. It's just he's just so entertaining, especially the train scene. I just love the train scene with him in it.
Oh yeah, does he like throw like a golf ball at him or something?
Dude, yeah, Whitey, we miss Paxton, man. I think he's great.
Yeah,
miss him.
Yeah, really like Paxton in Weird Science.
Weird Science.
Yeah. Miss Paxton. Yeah, I know, he was so great, and of course everyone knows the classic trivia. He's like the only guy to have been killed by Terminator, the Predator, and an alien. Actually, no, that's not true, because he's the one of 2 people. And do you know the second guy? Does anyone here know the name of the second guy?
Killed by all 3?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Is he famous?
He is moderately famous.
Moderately famous? No, I have no idea.
And of course, now my brain just decided to delete his name. But So I gotta quickly get it up here. Come on, Lance Henriksen.
Oh,
Because Lance Henriksen, he's ripped apart as Bishop. He's
yeah,
killed,
technically.
presumably killed at the police precinct in Terminator 1.
Mhm.
And he's in the Alien versus Predator. The Predator kills him. Yeah.
Oh wait, he is an AVP. I don't
Yeah.
even remember him. I mean, I don't even
Yeah.
remember AVP in general.
He
to be honest.
he literally plays Wayland. So yeah. But back to Twister. Let's get back to Twister. We're going off on tangents here. But listen, people. Let's get serious here. We're talking about Twister 1996. This is a serious topic.
Yeah, man.
Stay
All
on
right.
topic. No. Yes. All right. What would you say is your favorite scene in Twister? Like, what's your? Because there's a lot of set pieces in this, and this movie is that type of movie where it's just. I think it takes about half an hour to get going, so it's got to. Which to me is for a disaster film especially one about tornadoes, is a decent amount of time, like to set up and build up the anticipation, and of course they build up in gravitas as each tornado comes, essentially, and they're all a different set piece. What would you say is your favorite one? Like your favorite set piece?
I mean, to me, easily, it's the one where they're in the drive-in theater because
same one as me. I was gonna say it's the drive-in theater.
It's just so good because this whole time until that point in the movie is kind of treated like it's kind of treated like The Mummy. It's a very adventure-driven disaster movie, so it's very lighthearted and adventurous. That's why Twister kind of inspired a lot of people to go out and actually storm chase. It's literally what launched the second wave of storm chasers.
There was a glut of storm chasers after this, like any disaster movie. All of a sudden, everyone wanted to be storm chasers, and then Dante's Peak comes out, and then they want to be volcanologists.
Yeah, because like people who watched Dante's Peak at Volcano, they weren't told that that staying in ash for more than like 5 minutes will kill you, right?
Dante's Peak did a pretty good job with that, with like the helicopter crashing because it got the ash caught in the rotors and stuff, which was good. Look, and this movie Twister, that's the biggest suspension to disbelief in this movie, is the shrapnel.
Yep.
They are literally sucked inside tornadoes with the winds whirling around them, and somehow they don't get like a single cut on them. I'm like, what? There'd be so many lacerations all over
it's
you.
It's even worse than that. It's like they have you see the scene where they have the first time that we encounter the tornado and they get stuck under that wooden bridge. And it's like, the tornado has enough power to lift 2 cars. The tractor that was on top of the bridge,
peeling the nails out of the bridge, like out of the boards on the bridge. It's like you're telling me
they can't fly away. It's like, come on, man.
And also, how some of the cars fly is kind of funny in this. Like, and you can clearly see the switch from the CG to the real prop, because the CG, again, mid-90s, is very smooth. There's very little texture, and all of a sudden, boom, it's like real. Like you can especially see that with the tanker truck scene. The tanker truck, especially, you can really see the difference there.
That is kind of like the only giveaway to bad, like, no, I wouldn't even say bad CGI. I think it's the only giveaway to old CGI is the fact that the texture isn't really textured. Actually, well, yeah, that's the only way to say texture isn't textured. It's just kind of a flat surface. Yeah,
it's very flat surface and kind of shiny. It's because I remember doing some. I took a couple courses in like doing computer animation, like in the early 2000s. So I remember that like texturing was a real pain in the ass, and it always kind of came out looking shiny and synthetic. But the one shot that does hold up, and it's because they did a good trick on it to hide the texturing, is they're looking through the windshield, and the windshield, of course, has rain all over it, right? So you got that blur. And it's when the cow goes by. That still looks good because it's a little blurred by the rain on the windshield. And it's like, see, and that was one of the tricks they did in Jurassic Park too, was like it was raining when the T-Rex came out, right? And that texture of the rain, it really helps sell it because it hides some of the, smooth surfaces.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I watched Jurassic Park again not too long ago. I think a month or two ago. And the rain just really holds up, especially the fact that they have a huge practical, T-Rex as well.
Yeah, it's blended so well.
Exactly, yeah, it blends well. So your mind just doesn't register that it's CGI; it just snaps together.
And I'm pretty sure that Steven Spielberg had something to do with this. Yes,
Oh yeah.
he's one of the producers. Yeah. So yeah, this feels like something Amblin
What is
Entertainment.
yeah, Amblin, Amblin
Yeah.
Entertainment.
That sounds like a sleeping medicine, though. When I think about it. Do you take your ambulance? Oh yeah, I took my ambulance.
Do you take your
I feel
Amblin?
good.
Yeah, sure. All right. Well,
Yeah.
are you saving ET? Yeah, all right. Cool,
Oh,
man.
cool. Oh god. Oh man. Oh, finally I can get some rest.
I mean, the logo is literally like ET in the sky with a bicycle.
Yeah, flying with the moon. That's a commercial for sleeping pills. All right, let's catch up on some of the. I was gonna say super chats here. Oh my goodness, I'm
soon. Don't worry. The
Soon, one day.
IOUs, man. The
All
IOUs.
right. All right. Let's see. No, let's go up a little higher. There we go. So the Gord King says, I wouldn't say Cruise is Cruise in every movie. Yeah, and actually, I will agree with this because he brought up Tropic Thunder, and I did not even know that was Tom Cruise until I went home. So I saw Tropic Thunder in the theater because they didn't really advertise his name at all, which was smart as well. And I was like, was that Tom Cruise? And I think I went in the credits, in the end credits, I saw Tom Cruise. Like, no way. Yeah, he was really good in that.
Plus, he even reprised the role. He went to, I think it was the MTV the MTV Awards as Les Grossman. I think he just danced with I think it was Jennifer Lopez. They were just dancing. It's like, get back, motherfucker! You don't know me like that. It's like, yeah.
That was I think that was the comeback of Tom Cruise because he was still in that weird period where he did the couch jumping thing on Oprah and that weird relationship and stuff. And
he had done
people got soured on him. Too. Yeah, and War of the Worlds was a great movie, but people were soured on him, so that that kind of flopped, which was weird. But this was his comeback. That was what re-sparked people's interest in him, was because it felt like he could actually, because he was always kind of known as being too serious before and not being able to take a joke, but that really felt like a joke on himself. Like playing this kind of disgusting, gross-looking guy,
and the fact that he went all out as well, because he's the person who wanted the fat suit, he wanted the sausage fingers, he wanted all of that. Like he was just really into it, and even just going on and doing the performance of the MTV Awards after, it's like, it's nice,
and that really bought him a lot of goodwill with people, and that kind of reinvigorated his career. White Bear's favorite scene is the dinner they had at Hunt's mom's house. The little moment of the relaxation and regrouping before it hits again. Yeah, actually, I really like that scene too. That's one of the better character development scenes. Maybe one of the only real character development scenes.
I think it is like the only one.
Yeah. But and also I want to say those steaks she's cooking up. Oh my God, those look so delicious.
Dude, that was like freshly slaughtered cow.
Oh, it looked so wonderful. Yeah. Oh my God.
And the gravy and mashed potatoes, man.
Oh yeah, that looked wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. William Shakespeare. Meanwhile, gravity is so wacky. Pieces of straw are getting pushed right through cement and stuff. Yeah, no, that's true for tornadoes. Like it's weird because it's whipping stuff at such high velocities, and it's just like everything's essentially a bullet, and it just anything that even has like the slightest bit of like a sharp edge, like a bladed edge, can just pierce right through stuff. So yeah, those scenes when especially the climactic scene when they're holding on to the pipe, and it's like an F4, F5 tornado. I'm not sure if it's officially an F5 they say or not, but it's a big one, and it goes right over them and it takes away the whole shack. And we saw this thing throwing tractors and throwing and before it did show shrapnel.
It threw a tanker.
It's like throwing the Empire State Building around, it's just throwing all this stuff around, and then they go right into the tornado, and it even shows them like lifting up and like being inside the tornado, and somehow they come out just fine. I'm like, they could at least put like some cuts on them or something, but like afterwards they're perfectly clean. It was like a car wash tornado. It just shines you right up. It's just, you look fantastic,
It's just really it's really annoying because like me and my dad, he always told me he's like, in most of like the natural disasters, it's not really the disaster itself that's gonna kill you, that maybe you might survive. It's more of the debris that's gonna kill you. So he said in a tsunami, you can probably survive it if it's just, water that's raging. You have a chance of survival.
Good swimmer.
But the debris that's in it is probably what's going to mess you up.
So everything just crushes you apart. There's just so much stuff floating in that. And that's like tornadoes. It's not really the wind that kills you. It's all the debris that's swirling around. And Yeah, like at the very least, it should have sucked off their pants or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because there are
Yeah,
actual like real cases of people getting sucked up by tornadoes and
yeah,
surviving. So it's like, yeah, I can believe that, but these people have been like really, really, really scratched up, because of all the debris and stuff. But here it's like, no, they still gotta look
Amblin,
Hollywood,
maybe.
man.
Yeah, well, maybe those tornadoes were on some Amblin, so that's why they weren't too deadly. And that's actually interesting because like I always do my body count gag for these streams, right? And I got one ready today too. And I was a little surprised how low the body count is in this movie. Like no one in the team dies.
At all,
Like
yeah.
like not one of them. Like I thought for sure at least the Gen Z looking chick was gonna die. If you watch this, you know who I'm talking about. Have you seen?
Yep. I know who it
There's
is,
a
yeah.
very androgynous looking girl in this.
Well, you see, I really really thought that it was gonna be during the drive-in theater scene, because that's where it really just it becomes a serious movie for
Yeah,
just that sequence,
that was the beat for a loss for to lose somebody, right? Was there. That was definitely the beat where like someone in the crew dies. Like there was the guy that was like cowering in his
car?
truck and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy gets hit in the head with the hubcap, and it felt like he was gonna die. I was like, because like, well, he wasn't a major character. He was more played up out of the group, right? So it felt like, oh, okay, we know him enough where if he dies, it's like, oh no, type of feeling, right?
Even the guy in the car, like I actually thought that maybe there was like a deleted scene where the guy in the car actually died, maybe, but they probably just didn't do it because I don't know, why would they have him cowering in the truck? He probably would have ran. He has experience with tornadoes.
Yeah, that was a nitpick of mine too. I'm like, what's this guy doing? Like, this guy's a tornado chaser. They do it all the time. Like, in Helen Hunt, take my hand. It's like, oh, it's this take my hand moment that's in like every disaster movie.
It's the Man of Steel moment where it's just like Kevin Costner saying, "No, it's all right." Then he gets sucked away.
Don't worry. Damn, this tornado's slow. When's it gonna get here? No wait, son. We need this emotional beat for the movie. Yeah, that'd be awesome if in Man of Steel they got Helen Hunt and their group come up.
So, do you think the Helen Hunt? So, do you think that what's her name, Jodie Foster, would have done a better job than Helen Hunt in this?
I always thought Helen Hunt and Jodie Foster feel like the same person, especially
exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe actually, because Jodie Foster is more believable as a scientist. Like she like
in
to
Contact?
me, like in Contact, like I know a lot of people like to hate on Contact, but I like that movie.
What people hate on Contact?
Yeah. I think because people wanted to see like aliens in it in the end.
What, dude? I love Contact. I think Contact is fantastic, dude. It's one of Robert Zemeckis' best movies.
Oh yeah, no, they didn't. It's like people didn't realize. It's like, well, no, Contact isn't that type of alien movie. It's not Independence Day, all right?
Yeah, dude, it's about satellites and communication, dude. It's not about exploding stuff.
Oh no, I love Contact, and she nails that role. Like that's one of my favorite roles for Jodie Foster, and yeah, she would have been good for Twister. I think. Helen Hunt's okay. I was never a big Helen Hunt fan. I was never a big Mad About You fan. Yeah, and like I do like Helen Hunt in As Good as It Gets. She's good in that. I like that. That's a good movie, and I think she works well in that, playing off of Jack Nicholson. But yeah, for this film, I think Jodie Foster would have been a better casting choice. I think
so too, man. I really, really think that Jodie Foster would have knocked it out of the park with this one.
I think the most curious casting choice in the movie, though, was Cary Ellis as the bad guy. He's hilarious. I love Cary Ellis. Of course, I'm a huge fan of Princess Bride. And yeah, it's just so funny when I remember even seeing this. I'm like, that Cary Ellis? He was also in Seinfeld. So this is the same universe. It has Cary Ellis and Jamie Gertz. They both used to live in New York, and now they're out in the prairie and chasing storms.
Yeah, they're storm chasing, dude.
What's the deal with storm chasing? Don't the storms usually chase you?
But Dude, yeah, I thought he was great as the villain. He really like it's a cartoonish villain, but it just plays into that really adventurous Whitey.
Yeah, Contact rocked. Yes, thank you, White Bear. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Left more to the imagination. Didn't have to show the whole time. Yeah, no, that was the point of it. And actually, in Contact, the scene when they first discover the signal, that's like one of my favorite like scenes in like movie history. Actually, I love watching that scene and the signals coming in. And you can
It's
really feel the
great.
excitement and like the just the gravity of like that whole situation.
Dude, Contact is like 2 hours of just nerding out, but like high tension nerding out. It's so good.
Yeah.
What? No, Gord, no.
Okay. Gord King, you're gonna have to tell us. Are you saying Helen Hunt was more attractive than Jamie Gertz? Because if you are, that is dead wrong. Are you saying Helen Hunt is more attractive than Jodie Foster? Is that what you're trying to say? Because that one, I'll say you might have a case.
I'll say maybe, but I still kind of disagree.
Yeah, exactly. I said a case. I didn't say I'm convinced. But I'll hear you in court. So please clarify on that, because if you're saying she's more attractive than Jamie Gertz, oh my God.
For me, Jodie Foster's voice
lenses.
has like the extra edge, you know. I don't know. There's something about her voice that's kind of like soothing.
Yeah, she's got a good forehead. See, this is a Seinfeld episode now. Well, she's got a good forehead. Jerry, who looks at a forehead? We're talking about foreheads here. Well, I like foreheads. Yeah, the Klingons, they got good foreheads too. All right. Cary Elwes' comedy. Yeah, he is comedy royalty. And like even this film, his role almost still feels like a little comedic. Like it's funny. Like just seeing him as the bad guy is so great. And I want to say his role as the bad guy, he pulls a Terminator 2 Evil T-1000 here, because he's in the film a lot for the first half.
Yep.
And then he completely disappears for a third of the movie until his death scene. Then he's back again for one more scene and dies.
Yeah, it's crazy because he does just come back for that one scene where they're like, "Oh yeah, we're storm chasing too. Oh wait, you guys are in the path. No, go." He's like, "No, I'm doing it anyways." Boom, dead.
And that's kind of weird, because that's where they mishmash the script. Got a little mishmash a little bit. They because I guess like almost no one dies in this movie. It's like they mishmash the bad guy dying, the satisfaction of the bad guy dying, and the emotional hit of someone being killed by the tornado into one. And that was a really weird juxtaposition, because they're like, "No, don't do it." And, oh, damn it. They get all mad in the car after he dies. I'm like, what? I'm trying to figure this out.
Me too. I was kind of like, I don't know, but maybe it's a thing where he's like, "Oh, we don't want storm chasers to die, even though we hate the dude,
even if we're rivals,
it's
even though he's got those dang corporate sponsors."
Yeah, dude, the corporate sponsors with the .3. He stole from Dorothy. He made the .3. He's like,
I know, and he's got all his big money, and he's using computers, all those computers. Yes.
But yeah, he doesn't have he doesn't have the storm whisperer charm of Bill,
It's come out. 5 tornadoes come out. No, Hunt is more attractive than Foster. Oh, okay, thank you, Gord Cake. I was worried about you there for a second, because Jamie Gertz. Yeah, after this movie,
I'll pick Jamie Gertz any day, man. Any day.
Oh my God. Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Oh,
and she's let's just say she's pretty stacked too. Oh, she's Psy Guy. I tell you. Remember, we can use that word for anything now. Oh yeah, Cary Elwes is always fun to watch. Although I will say, if probably his worst appearance ever is. Have you ever heard of this thing called the Oogie Loves?
No, I've never heard of that ever.
It's this awful. It's the guy that made Teletubbies. This other like Teletubbies like thing, and it's got Cary Elwes in it. I'm like, oh my God! I think it came out like 10 years ago. Check it out. I actually got a clip of it in one of my recent videos I made. I made a video. Please watch it. It's got some downvotes, I think, because it pissed people off. But there's Event Horizon has the famous like deleted footage from hell.
Yeah.
And my video is literally titled like remastered, the found footage. and they play it, and it's the Oogie Loves.
It's kind of just people were like, man, this is false advertisement.
Yeah. So anyone watching, check that video out later on my channel. It's about 2 or 3 videos down. You'll see Carrie Ellis and the Oogie Loves on that. Yeah. And then there's yeah. So it was but it was interesting how he just completely disappears from the film and then just comes back to die, and that's like it.
And like it's not even as if they give you proper motivation as you want him to die. You know, it's not like a let's say like a Benny situation in The Mummy where you're like, oh, Benny's kind of he's entertaining, but he's kind of annoying, so he deserves it in the end. But this thing is just
Ellis's character's a little wormy. Like obviously he's a rival, he's wormy, and apparently he like ripped off the design. I get the idea that they kind of worked on it together, and then he might have just kind of, when he got like enough information, he had just kind of left them or something like that. That's my headcanon or whatever I've made.
But I mean, you can't blame him, you know, because if you guys are just living off scraps where you can barely afford food and just have to raid Aunt's house, you know,
Aunt's house every time for those. That'd be awesome. It should have it where that'd be awesome if his team, the Carrie Ellis's team, is still going there for steaks though. They raid her house too for food.
It's like, dude,
I should be mad at you, but I can't say no to a hungry tummy.
It's like, yeah, Aunt Meg, please, you know, I know we fucked up, but can we still use the shower? Yeah, all right, cool.
Use the shower, get some steaks. Can't say no to a charming face.
Yeah, like you see, I don't think his death was justified, man. You know, and plus they killed the driver that was with him brutally as well.
He didn't do anything. Yeah, he got pierced right through with the fucking like radar antenna or something.
Yeah, he got like a cell phone tower just messed up directly into him.
Ooh, see, that woman was on her phone earlier. Remember that? And there we go. We got a connection there. Disconnect people. That's the meaning of this movie. Disconnect from your phones. There we go. That's the subtext. We got it. We nailed it.
He was, you know, they were ahead of their time, man. John de Bont ahead of his time. Spielberg ahead of his time.
Michael Crichton. Yep. This movie was it was predicting the future, I tell you.
Oh yeah.
Predicting the future. More tornadoes and more cell phones. That's it.
It is interesting to see, like, from the writing from Michael Crichton, the way that in the 90s and let's say very early 2000s, he was really writing a ton of movies.
Yeah, he was really getting into screenwriting and stuff. Because a lot of like the adaptations of his books are also written, at least co-written by him.
Yeah,
so he is involved in a lot of that. Yeah, I really like Michael Crichton. Was actually the first like big author I read as a kid. Of course, I read Jurassic Park. I read Sphere. That book freaked me out as a kid. I don't know why, it just did. I read a Congo. I think I read a couple others. Congo. There's another classic movie.
I like it. I think Congo is good. It's the one with Dustin Hoffman, right?
I'm trying to remember who's in that now. No, that's Outbreak. Outbreaks with Dustin Hoffman.
Outbreak is with Dustin Hoffman.
And I think that Congo had who the hell was in Congo? I'm actually trying to remember. I don't think there's many. Joe Don Baker was in. Now, if you're a Mystery Science Theater fan out there, chat, Joe Don Baker was in Congo. And any Mystery Science Theater fan knows Joe Don Baker. He was Mitchell. Yeah, I know. I remember he's in Congo. I'm not sure if I'm misremembering this, but I think Ernie Hudson's in Congo?
Yeah, Ernie Hudson's in Congo. Tim Curry's in Congo as well.
Tim Curry's in Congo. That's right. Yeah, there we go. Now it's coming back. Yeah.
Dude, I keep confusing it, man. Because
my memories are coming back.
Yeah, there were so many different like movies that kind of had the same plot in the 90s as well. So
yeah,
dude, they get mixed up.
Anaconda was like the the cheapest of them. Like really.
I love Anaconda. I think it's great, man. Anaconda is fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you, Melvin Deeply. Yes, cannoli's here. Yes. It's always nice to have some fresh cannoli.
Yeah,
and
cannoli.
A little Sasquatch too, you know.
Familia.
Well, actually, cannoli Sasquatch. It's interesting because I'm from the Pacific Northwest, which is of course Sasquatch territory, and I myself. I'm half Italian heritage, so the real cannoli Sasquatch. Which one?
Dude, I'm also Italian on my dad's side.
Oh yeah, My
Yeah,
dad's
because
side too.
France and Italy. Because where I live is kind of like where my grandpa and like my great grandpa lived was kind of on the border between France and Italy. So it's kind of like very mixed. So I have a ton of family in Italy, but
Oh, cool.
most of the family that I know now is in France. But I still have some at the border, around the border over there.
Oh man, I gotta one of these days I gotta get back to Europe. I've been to Europe before twice. I've been to France before, but I didn't get out of Paris.
Ooh,
In Europe,
I
I
hate
mostly
Paris
traveled
too.
around. Yeah, it sucked. The Eiffel Tower was cool, but the Eiffel Tower was Sci Guy. But after that, it was Sci Guy. And but my trips in Europe were more in the north. It was Finland, Sweden,
Mhm.
Denmark, Germany, Switzerland
Dude.
was kind of
The
my
great thing
area.
about it, the great thing about like Europe in general is like you don't really have to move far to change countries. Like
No,
I was in the south, well, the further south of France, about 2 months ago, and for dinner we literally just drove to Italy to go and eat, food. So
well,
it's like it's not that far.
when you're from Canada, it's a very different feeling where you could literally drive 700 kilometers and you're still in not just the same country, you're in the same province.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Oh man.
and actually, talking about geography, because let's do a little tornado, a little
Yeah.
tornado trivia. Twister tornado trivia. Do. There we go. So the top 10 countries for tornadoes. Let's go over some of these. What do
Ooh.
you think are in the top 10? I want you to
Okay,
give
I
some
know
guesses.
the Netherlands is in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, the Netherlands is there. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
on the
dude.
lower end of it.
Yeah, Netherlands, I think, is actually considered as Europe's tornado alley, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the Netherlands and the UK. The UK
Yeah,
seems to
UK,
get quite a
UK
bit
as well. Yeah, UK has a ton of tornadoes as well, which we don't really hear about actually. Netherlands and UK, we never hear about it when there's a tornado, and there was one as recently as like January.
I think a lot of the tornadoes that hit the UK are lower. They're like on the F1, F0, F2 scale. So
Mm-hmm.
they're usually lower intensity. Obviously, big ones can occur.
Yep.
And any other guesses after that?
So US for sure.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. My anaconda review. I don't want none unless it has buns.
Canada, I'm
And
not
chat
too
too.
sure.
What countries do you think have high tornado occurrences?
What else would there be? Is France on the list?
France is not on the list. I'm so
Oh,
sorry. I'm so sorry. So your
because I do
dreams
know
of
that
being a
like
storm chaser are gone.
I know that one of the highest recorded tornadoes in Europe was in France.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, around like I think it was around like Paris area. Yeah, around that side.
Oh, that's good. I mean, that's
Yeah, dude. They should just Saigai Paris, man.
like
Done.
yeah.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, so I know I said Netherlands, UK, America. I'm not sure about Canada.
All right. Well, 10 to 3 are kind of muddled because they're all pretty close in how many they get.
Okay.
So we got New Zealand,
Ooh.
Australia,
Okay.
England, surprisingly Japan, but they're usually smaller in intensity, India, and Bangladesh. Now that makes sense. Those are big, broad countries.
That's true.
Argentina, that makes sense as well.
That makes sense as well. Yeah, I would have. I
South
was gonna say.
Africa.
I was gonna say a country in South America, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. South Africa. All right. Number 1 is America with about 1,200 tornadoes every year. Number
Oh,
2 is Canada. So Canada's number
Ooh.
2, which averages about 100 tornadoes a year. And I was officially in a tornado.
Ooh.
Yes. But this is kind of a mulligan. I was officially in a tornado because I was driving my car to my friend's house. And all of a sudden, it got really windy and there was a lot of like tree debris, like just smaller tree debris flying around. And I was like, oh God, but my car's paint job. I was getting really worried about that. I was like, what the hell was that? And then it turns out the next day they said, meteorologists say that there was officially an F0 tornado in Maple Ridge, which is where I'm from. And I was like, F0 tornado, I was in that bitch. Yes.
Dude, you see, that's the time where you actually have to get your phone out to record, man.
Yes. So I was like, I drove through it. I survived. I'm hardcore. So yeah, so there's my little claim to tornado fame. I drove through an F-Zero tornado.
You see, dude, you have the makings of a great storm chaser.
Yes, there we go. Yes, see, look, and it came right to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, just to embellish that story a little bit, in my memoirs, the F5 tornado came ripping down.
Like, dude,
Oh,
yeah, everything, the tires were coming off the ground, but I still
Tires coming
managed
off
to
the
make
ground.
it out.
Tree log blew right through the windshield. Luckily, I had no passengers.
And yeah, we have
No, is it
no actual physical evidence of this. All right, this was a long time ago. Just believe me, ladies and gentlemen.
Just roll with me here. All right, just drag and roll with me. All right. Well, you know what? It is that time where I think we should give our memories to those that we lost in Twister. So everyone, if you're wearing a hat, please take your hat off. And let's remember.
Like, share, subscribe.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Dude, I'm telling you, your in memoriams always make me laugh so hard, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, I love putting those together. Oh, they're so much fun.
Dude, every time I see you post one, I'm like, all right, dude, I gotta watch this now.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, this one we posted up too. Maybe in a couple weeks. Because finally, and I mean finally, my next cartoon is coming out literally
Nice.
in like 1 or 2 days, maybe 2 or 3 days. The
Awesome.
animation's almost done. Just gotta do the sound. That's gonna be my big release. And then after that is gonna be a review for Fallout. Really missing the algorithm on that one, but
Oh yeah, dude, I even forgot Fallout existed at this point.
I know. I can't do the. I always say I'm gonna just whip up a quick review, try to catch the algorithm. I can't do it. I have to do the editing and all because I start watching it. I'm like, that'd be funny if I did this. You know, I should edit this. That'd be funny if I added this. And I'm like, damn it, I can't be like the critical drinker and just show the
trailer.
The trailer and just talk over it. I can't do it. I gotta edit it.
Yeah, I can do the same, man. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I'll think about something, and like I started to learn how to edit with YouTube. Like every time I made a video, I would just learn how to edit. So if you watch my first
nice.
video and my last video, it completely changes because I'm actually learning how to edit every time. So you're literally seeing my evolution. And sometimes I'm typing out the script and I'm like, oh man, this is a really good idea for a meme or a skit. I don't know how to do it, but fuck it. I'll find how to do it in editing. So I'll take like a full day sometimes to make a meme happen just because I don't know how to do it. In
Exactly. And you just make your own tricks and stuff too. It's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
what to do.
we got some shout outs there. Oh, there we go.
Cannoli. Oh,
Cannoli.
dude.
Yeah.
Sasquatch is like anything that's Sasquatch related, except for cannoli, of course, scares the hell out of me, man. I'm telling you.
Now, what would you rather meet in the woods? A tornado or a Sasquatch? There we go.
Dude, I'd rather meet a tornado because my dad once he was like, "Hey, do you want to go to the Appalachian Mountains?" I said, "No." He said, "How come? We can just go and have, fun, like an actual excursion." I said, "Dude, Sasquatches live there. I'm not going anywhere near that place. I don't care." Bigfoot lives there.
Oh, I'm scary when I'm hungry. You won't like me when I'm hungry.
Dude, cannoli, don't worry, man.
Cannoli,
I've got some
just,
cannolis.
That's just being Italian, okay? Because my family too, when we're hungry, oh my god, before dinner time, it's like violence is going to break out. It feels like before we eat. Then afterwards, it's all lovely, classic Italian. Right?
Yeah, dude, don't fuck up the meatballs, man. That's pretty much
no,
it. Don't fuck up
don't
the
worry.
gabagool.
My grandma, she made handmade noodles, her pasta. Oh my god, it was the best ever. Loved it. The handmade noodles, and of course the sauce from the tomatoes in the garden. Everything was handmade. It was just beautiful.
The real godfather making the tomatoes outside and everything.
Yes. Give me the bread and pasta already. Yeah, I'm actually growing tomatoes outside of my apartment right now here in Japan. Got to keep the tradition alive, right?
Oh, you're lucky, man. I can't do anything on my balcony. They just die.
Well, that is part of the game too. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got one more treat here because which is tradition here on Fermented Cinema on Brew and Film Live. Let's we do the good movie or the goodish movie. This time it was Twister. Let's introduce a bad movie. All right. Let's have some fun here. All right. Now this part is always the part I fumble trying to get the share screen on. So this is when it just dies. My show just dies. All right. Share screen. So I'm just got to keep the noise going, so I'm just gonna narrate everything I do.
All right, the cannoli in the chat. You're saying your French just make wine. It's like, dude, don't worry. I have a charcuterie board. I've got some cheese. I've got some wine. Everything, dude.
All right, are you ready for this? You want to see disasters? You want to see Sci Guy?
Let's do it.
This here, I believe, is a Dutch film, and it was like their only attempt. It was like filmed both in English and I believe Dutch. And it was their only attempt. So there's like two versions, an American one and the Dutch one.
Mm-hmm.
It was their only attempt to make like a disaster creature feature, like a King Kong Godzilla.
Oh,
so let's watch.
A piece of skin.
From all corners together to study the mystifying frozen fossil.
See, like already, I'm in. Like when you got mystical skin,
it looks pretty interesting, man.
Yeah, you got mystical skin that's kind of like leather. Boom, you've sold me.
A reptilian tail that grows into a giant of.
Ooh. What is that?
Oh my god, that's just like how Eddie died in Twister. The same expression.
No.
There we go.
It's alive. It's loose.
Oh, he quoted.
Oh.
He did the quote. He said the thing.
Here, oh my god, the movie's gonna be 90% this, sitting in a room with exposition. Yeah.
Yourselves, one of the most
We got beakers. We're scientists. Oh my god.
What the
They were definitely at the beach. Those shots were very well blended.
Reptilicus.
Reptilicus, a monstrous, massive beast whose astounding appearance.
Yes, I love him.
Camera shakes. Oh,
oh no. You don't have to look at the speaker to listen.
Dude, you see, this shot reminds me of The Thing from Another World.
Well, apparently this was, I'm not sure if I'm remembering the trivia right or not. This was somewhat inspired by that. But I think this was more inspired by apparently the guy who wrote it was a starfish. Because a starfish can like regrow a whole starfish from like a limb. So that's what Reptilicus does. He regrows and regenerates.
This is Razor.
Oh.
All units.
Ooh, actual war footage.
Oh my god.
Reptilicus.
He's pissed now. Oh my god. That's how he gets you. He just lays on you.
He doesn't even try and stomp you. He's just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm tired. Boom.
Yeah, Reptilicus is on some Amblin. That's what I tell you. It is funny seeing this, like, because we're used to seeing Tokyo destroyed. It's interesting seeing it with like America. It's interesting seeing it with like a European look, right? With like
you rarely see like something that looks like London destroyed, you know?
Yeah. I guess it's supposed to be like Amsterdam, eh?
Weapons of warfare.
Oh my god.
The soccer riot.
Man.
Oh no.
What the hell?
Yes. The classic drawbridge.
Gotta open the bridge.
We need the Blues Brothers to come driving on by.
You do some Final Destination stuff.
Yeah. I know Reptilicus. Oh my god.
What? Just let's have random people on bicycles fall in.
Yes. Well, yeah, it is Holland, right? They're gonna be on their
That's
bikes.
true. Yep, everyone's on bicycles there.
They should
Whoa!
be fighting him with bikes too. Indestructible.
A ravaging power, causing a riot of fear. Reptilicus.
Reptilicus.
Now that actually looks good. I'd actually watch that. You see?
Yeah, me too. Actually, Dutch Godzilla. Yes, there we are. It is Dutch Godzilla. And that's right, Gord King. There are no Sasquatches in the Appalachians, just hairy rednecks. So yeah, you would have been fine, buddy. Yeah, because again, Sasquatch only lives around my area, up in the Pacific Northwest, BC, Washington, Oregon.
So I'm only gonna meet like
Idaho.
Tucker and Dale. They're gonna, they're gonna fight me versus evil. We're gonna go fight evil in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah. You'll find Tucker and Dale, but you won't find Cannoli. He just crawls and lays his head on you. Yeah, apparently.
Dude, he's tired.
Whatever gets the job done. Like, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's
Dude,
more than one way to skin a Reptilicus.
It takes him so much energy to move. What the fuck is he spitting? Dude, he's spitting bad CGI,
Well,
nothing
okay,
beats bad
so
CGI.
It's official. So we got the tornadoes suck and Reptilicus spits.
Yep. Dude. So they went. Instead of going from suck to blow, man, they went from suck to spit.
He's a spitter. Reptilicus. He spits after he's done.
Reptilicus after dark. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
You wouldn't like him when you would like him when the lights go out. Ooh.
That's when he lays down on you. Yeah, but the problem is once you got him, he's just kind of acts like a dead Reptilicus. It's no fun.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. He just lays there.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. The starfish. He just lays there like a starfish.
Yeah, he's just a fucking lazy starfish. Oh my god! Now that would be a disaster. If someone's got to make the killer starfish.
Oh. Technically, didn't Suicide Squad make it? With Starro.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they did the starfish. Yeah, and I think kind of, if anyone remembers the movie Evolution, they kind of had like a single cell organism, but kind of looked like a starfish. I remember.
I love Evolution. It is one of my favorite films of all time.
That is yes. Well, if you want to come on, we can do that movie one day because I haven't rewatched it in a long time, and I want to do it again. I just remember the line about whatever chemical they use in shampoo is what they kill it with. It's like, well, how do you think we have such nice glossy hair? Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you, like Evolution is so damn funny, and it's out of nowhere too.
Maybe chat can help if Gord King is on because he's awesome with pulling up the names. The fat guy in Evolution. For me, he feels like the discount Philip Seymour Hoffman. Just talking about Philip Seymour Hoffman and Twister. Yeah, the fat guy. He was in. He was also in. What was the football movie with Denzel Washington? Remember the Titans, I think, or something like that.
I was about to say, remember the Giants.
Remember the Giants. Remember the insert stereotypical football team name here. Remember the Wildcats.
I mean, yeah. As a European dude, in my mind, it's just like, yeah, some random football team. Probably that's it.
They're all the Wildcats. They're all the Wildcats, my friend. Yeah. Yep. I actually just discovered Reptilicus by chance a couple days ago. I love bad movies, so of course, like sometimes bad movie trailers come up my feed, and I'm like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I got to get this." So I haven't watched it myself yet, and I'm hooked. I got to watch Reptilicus. I want to do. One of these days, I'd actually like just to do like a watch party.
Yeah,
but make it like a bad movie watch party.
Yeah, like a bad movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and organize one of those one day, and I'd love for you to be part of it.
Oh, dude, for sure, man. Let me know the time and place, dude. I'll be here.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm running low on battery because again, I'm in my car. So let's quickly do our closing. I want to ask you first, what is your final review on Twister? So give it a rating, whether you use thumbs or stars or out of whatever.
All right, I'll give it a 6 tornadoes. Well, 6 sty guys out of 10.
All
There we
right,
go.
6 Side Guys out of 10. All right.
Yeah.
That is essentially exactly mine. Uh, I'm gonna change the Fujita scale. I know it only goes to F5, but now it's going to F10. I give it an F6. Just
Yeah.
rate this movie. Just rate this one movie. So yeah, 6 out of 10. This is a classic 6 out of 10 where it's solid. It's goofy but solid enough
hmm
where you can sit down, suspend your disbelief until the very end there.
It's entertaining. That's what like the main aspect of it. The fact that it took the adventure movie angle is what made it super entertaining.
I want to say it's entertaining without becoming insulting, because
Yep.
like for example, or without becoming obnoxious. Like I always use this as like a barometer, but like I watched Transformers 2 in the movie theater, and I hated that experience. I couldn't wait to get. It's one of the few times I couldn't wait to get out of the theater, and that's
You didn't like what's his name? Oh, dude. What's his
Shia
name?
LaBeouf.
No,
Yeah.
no. Wait. Let me look it up. Let me look it up.
All right, I'll do the intermission elevator music.
Dude, there we go. You didn't like John Turturro standing under,
Oh,
the balls and saying, "Hey, I'm right
oh,
under the thing scrotum."
you
No.
scrotum. Oh God, no, that's so bad. I don't know. It's so weird how like just the chemistry of films where it's like sometimes stuff like that can work, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it just falls flat. And for me, that movie, everything just fell flat. And I remember because like there was like a weird ADR line where he's like, "Must have swine flu," because like swine flu came out like a
Yep.
week before the movie was released. I'm like, oh, that's awful. Like it's so yeah. Twister's not that. Twister is not that. Twister is where it's grounded enough where the characters are believable enough. They're fun, really charming performances. I'd say
Yep.
charming. That's the word for Twister. Is it's charming. That's the word I'm going to give it. Sci guy and charming.
Yep.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah, I think it's just the fact that all the actors are there and they're really serious. I mean, the script is so simple to the point where they didn't even bother to give them names. Like Bill
yeah.
Paxton is called Bill, and a lot of them are just named like Joey and
Joe.
Joey. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
Joe for
yep,
short and stuff. I don't think you hear Eddie's name until literally just before he's impaled, and he's like
yeah,
Eddie. It's like, oh, his
basically,
name's Eddie. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's great. And then we have Jonas.
yep.
And I think Jonas is a little suspiciously close to Judas because that guy he sold them out.
That's why he dies in a fiery
Or
he
Jonas
dies
in
a
the whale. He
fiery
was
death.
swallowed. He was swallowed by the twister. See this movie? It's really deep. It's a really deep film. I tell you.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's got so many references, dude. You just don't understand it, man.
Don't get it. Just don't get it. This movie's talking about so much more. It's religion and life and yeah.
Yeah, dude.
All right, pass that. Ah, yeah, man. I tell you. Pass
Yeah,
the ambulance. Pass the
dude.
ambulance.
Yeah, of course, man. The twister, it just signifies change, dude.
It's
That's
just
that's
too much
what it
change,
means.
life just keeps twisting and rolling around. That's life. Yeah.
Of course, man.
All right. Well, but before we close this off, I just want to ask, what do you got coming up next? So, like, give yourself like a quick 30-second little
Ooh.
pitch there.
So since I got a job, it's kind of taken more time than usual to make a video. But next video will probably be out in the next 2 weeks. It's going to be on Los Cronocrímenes, Time Crimes in English, the 2007 Spanish movie about time travel, which I think is underrated as hell, and everyone should watch it. And on Saturday on my channel, we're breaking down Dawn of the Dead, the Zack Snyder remake.
Awesome.
Which
Actually, I gotta watch that. I'm gonna tune in for that one. 'Cause I love that
dude,
movie.
I
It's his
genuinely
best
think,
movie ever.
yeah, I genuinely think that Dawn of the Dead, if you're looking for a pure popcorn zombie entertainment movie,
Yeah,
it's the
it's
best one
good.
out there. It's the best one
Yeah.
out there, hands down.
All right, awesome. Well, for myself, I'll be back on live again in 2 weeks. But between now and then, I got my big cartoon coming out, so watch that. And I should also get my review, my edited review for Fallout out as well. So yeah, again, please like, share, and subscribe to the
Do
Uninspired
it.
reviewer as well, and of
Oh,
course
thank you,
mine.
thank you. Yeah,
If you
yeah,
haven't already.
subscribe if you haven't to Fermented Cinema, ladies and gents. He does great stuff.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Write your congressman. Come on here. I gotta get them subs up. I wanna start. If I can start do this as a passion, but if I can make a little coin on this too, then the wife
Hell
will be
yeah.
a lot more lenient for me to do live streams and stuff. So I do have that. All right. Well, my computer officially gave me the low battery warning. So let's do our official closing here. Thanks for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen, and uninspired viewers.
Bye.
Thank you for being here.
My pleasure,
Goodbye,
man. My
and
pleasure.
goodbye, and Psy Guy.
Psy Guy.
Like, share, subscribe.
Did you hear that?